Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning, the last day of Black History Month. And also today is Blackout Friday. And so we will hopefully people will take heed to the whole thing. I had to figure out I need some gas, but there's a black gas station. So, yep. So, So we'll see. We'll see how what people will do in terms of. I did receive, I think, an email blast this morning. And let me just give you, from. Hopefully, I can find it. Hey, DJ.
Good morning.
But what we should and should not be doing today, obviously, no big box, no online orders. If you need essentials, obviously your medication, those things like that. And this wasn't included in it. If you can, if you're going to spend the day, spend at Black businesses. So,
So didn't they say something about no debit cards and things like that too?
Right. So
just cash.
I don't carry cash though.
Most people don't carry cash. Yeah.
I don't know how that one gonna work out for me. Yeah.
So
I can do all of the others. My wife and I discussed it this morning, and certainly, of course, if it's not Black, we will not be purchasing it today. Mm-hmm. But you can't limit my usage of my card. If I go to a Black business and use my card, am I not following?
Yeah, but I think you're doing Black business, so yeah. I mean, either way. I mean, if you had to go get money to go,
you still using the card,
yeah,
right?
So, again, all the major Black businesses, let's support them. Minor ones too.
I see the station staff starting out this morning with Perkins Restaurant. I know Jermaine usually stops by McDonald's, but he didn't do no McDonald's.
Hey man,
today.
hold on, man.
No, I said you didn't do no
McDonald's. I
McDonald's
normally stop
today.
by Greedy's, but when y'all changed everything on me, I had to go to McDonald's because Greedy's wasn't open. Now Greedy's is Black owned. Now if you gonna tell it, tell the whole
Greedy's
thing.
name is your cousin.
Where's that?
Off of Capitol, off of
Greedy
35th,
guys, 35th.
right by the post office.
The old Jimmy's.
The old Jimmy's joint. It's like
the restaurant, that little restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. I drove by there and I didn't house the
Capitol.
The food is good.
Off of Capitol, yeah. Fire. The food is fire.
By the post office.
By the post office.
Yeah, Mr. Guyton.
Yeah, my kin folks. Okay. Fire. The food.
I don't care what last name you use. You related to the Rat-Outs.
Yeah.
They the Guytons, but them my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be going to a Black restaurant. Normally, there's a place. I love their fish fry. I'm not gonna call a place. But I won't be doing fish fry there this Friday. They'll miss me.
Oh, I know who, because you have called their name before. You speak highly of their fish fry.
This particular one is really different. So
it's a different one.
Yeah, okay. So I can't in terms of Black businesses.
What's your
speaking of fish fry? Have you ever had the fish fry out at what's it, Sir Paul?
Come on, it's white business.
No,
back in the day I did.
Yeah.
Is it still popular like it used to be? Because it used to be the one.
Man, there used to be a line around it.
Yeah. But you remember? I don't know if you remember during COVID, they were limiting the number of people in restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the manager got jumped on by MAGA supporters on the parking lot because he had limited the number of people in the fish fry. I didn't like their breading on the fish. My buddy Fred loved their fish fry. Back in the day, though, Turner's Hall used to have like the best fish fry ever.
Turner?
Yeah.
Downtown.
What is that typically? Cod or haddock? Which one?
They had cod, they had haddock, they had fried chicken, they had 4 potato salads, they had French fries. Oh, dude. No, potato salad was German potato.
I'm glad I never experienced that.
What, with raisins?
What?
Potato salad with raisins in it. I never even seen that. I only, that's like Bigfoot.
You haven't been to any Caucasian gatherings with potato salad. It's like put them some raisins in there.
Raisins and stove topping.
But I know it got to be some truth to it because too many people talk about it.
Oh, it's true. I've seen it. And it's like, no.
I'm glad I haven't experienced that.
All right, let me do this and get out the way, and we really get into the program. Today is February 28th. It's the last day of Black History Month, and so our book today is This Bridge Called My Back, Writings by Radical Women of Color. This is the 4th edition. This is edited by Sherry Moraga and Gloria Anzaldúa. And I think this is that. I don't know if this is Sonny Stonehead. We talk about This Bridge Called My Back. My wife, whenever she get frustrated, she go, "Oh, the bridge, which is my back." I happen to be down at where I usually go and buy books, and I saw a copy of this.
Even to this day, I'm still scared. To this day.
Keith, are you going to read any of the? No reading today.
I would suggest, because a lot of it's poetry, and I would need to rehearse the poetry and
rehearse, practice.
Yeah, we talked about here, man. Practice. But no, it really is, and it's a wide collection of women of color and different poems and essays. And so again, Rich, let me do this, and I'll sum it all up real quickly. Let me go through the books for this month. The Miseducation of Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Before the Mayflower, Lerone Bennett Jr. Black as a History by Michael Harriot. The 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah Jones. The Color Purple, Alice Walker. Roots, Alex Haley. The Guy Dies First, Robin Means Coleman and Mark Harris. Anti-Racist Baby.
That's the second time you did that.
Kendi, I know. The ABCs of Black History, Rio Cortez. Black First, Jesse Carney Smith. The African American Century, Henry Louis Gates Jr. and Cornel West. The Autobiography of Malcolm X, Alex Haley. The Black Church by Henry Louis Gates. The Talking Book, African Americans in the Bible by Alan Dwight Callahan, who was a colleague of the Reverend Dr. Demetrius Williams. The Revolt of the Black Athlete. I was talking to Brother Kwaku about that yesterday. He knows Dr. Harry Edwards. And $1 Million Slaves by William Roden, those 2 books he talked about. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. The Spook Who Sat by the Door by Sam Greenlee. The Cross and the Lynching Tree, James Cone. The Cross of Christ and the African American Christian Religious Experience by Dr. Demetrius Williams. Maurice White, My Life with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maurice White with Herb Powell. The Dead Are Rising, Les Payne and Tamara Payne. This is about the life of Malcolm X. Message to the Black Man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why Does Everything Have to Be About Race? Keith Boykins. I Once Was Lost, Don Lemons. Yesterday was Native Son and by Richard Wright. And then today, The Bridge Called My Back. So that's been our reading list, or suggested reading list for the month. We should not just stop reading Black history at the end of Black history, but to read. And let me, just my observations, it seems that every Black history I learn something else about our history. And, know your history.
Yes, sir.
Whether it was the hood Black history moment.
And I feel a little slighted, man. I feel like the community didn't get that one on the last day. He said he was culminating it on yesterday. So you don't have anything for us, man?
I always keep something in the chamber, always.
With it being the last day and all, it would look like you would, have something.
Well, what I found out this Black history, now talk, I love trivia, right?
Right.
And then I found out it was a Black man that invented the potato chip, George Crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, so we can always learn, y'all. Don't think we know the history. What we find out is so advanced. I remember interviewing, what is Dr. Liston's first name? Monique. And I asked her what books she enjoyed reading. And she came up with all these really erudite Black authors I had never heard of. And so I'm saying that even though there's this move to erase or to sanitize descendants of enslaved Africans and Africans in the New World from U.S. history, it's our obligation to know our history, to learn from learn our history, learn from our history, and then teach our children our history. And because really this book, the Anti-Racist Baby, was one of the first books we gave Kennedy. That there's a level of consciousness that we need to have. And so that's it. And I don't know if people want it. Maybe I can post it on Facebook. The list of books that was suggested reading for Black History Month.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should do that.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy that. There was a couple of them that sparked my interest.
Yeah, and I to the point that someone, and me giving you a book as a love language, and so other than buying you food. That was always the love language. One of the love languages my mother shared with me. I would tell people when my mother would go to convention, National Baptist Convention, National Baptist Convention, National Baptist Congress of Christian Education, she would always bring me back books. No matter where my mom went, she would always bring me back books. And I don't know if she did it for the other sibs, but certainly there are books there. And so I thank God for having a mother. I wish I would have been better in math. But I certainly appreciate that. What up, mate?
Oh man, it's Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
My hate. It's
halfway.
Somebody called in yesterday. They were doing hate. I had to let him know he was a day early
on Thursday.
Yeah, so we're doing Hater Nation today.
I got a couple of them.
All right, cue us up, Jay, man.
All right, hold on, man. I'm gonna have to cue you.
Cue you up, man. Cue you up. Cue you up with a cue.
Yeah. Right. Since we doing Hater Nation,
you ready to do it now?
You want to do it now? Or you want to do it? So when you doing?
We might as well do it now.
You gonna do it now?
Let's get the hate out the way.
So we ain't gonna get the Black History fact.
We could get the Hood History moment, but after he hate though, he want to hate right now. Hate is good right now.
Okay, all right. You're inside Hater Nation. Population,
I forgot.
I think it was 10.
10
last time. Yeah, about 10.
All right. So we're glad that we're getting rid of winter. We had a pretty mild winter. Heading into spring, we springing forward. It's supposed to be nicer weather. Supposed to be. But this is just one reminder that it irks my soul. Construction in Milwaukee. And the construction ain't even gonna be done until December. All of these streets is gonna be cut off. You gotta reroute, you gotta do all. They doing it right now on Capitol. Just for it not to be done until the snow hit at the end of the year. They got to do better with this construction, man. Every year, something always needing construction, and every year they take all.
But DJ, that's not
year long.
That's factual.
What's factual?
What you just said. That's who you hating on when you say that.
I'm hating on the industry. I'm hating on the streets. I'm hating on these people with these construction contracts because they gotta. It should not take all day. Locust last year. It took them a minute just to finish up one side of Locust.
They was taking out overpasses too, man. They took all of that out from Center Street all the way to Burleigh. They did all of those.
They started that early last year.
And we're widening the freeway simultaneously.
Well, you talking about the freeway, that's a whole nother issue.
But I'm talking at 7th and 8th right there. They took those overpasses out. One side at a time.
Yeah, they did.
No, I'm talking about just before you get to is that 15th or a Locust?
Oh, you talking about that 20th Street?
Oh, yeah, man. That should not have taken all day, man.
But that is some kind of infrastructure. They had these big signs up to my Biden's infrastructure something because it's all the way. I got it on the corner of my street, and I don't see no difference.
Hey, I don't care. This construction irks my nerves, man.
Okay.
Irks my. Second.
We got two.
Yeah, I told you I really got 3, but I'm gonna just hold the third.
You know, you sound like a bitter old man right now, right?
I'm getting there.
All right.
I'm getting there. You know, I don't get no younger. The second one is Rolling Stone magazine. How dare y'all put Michael Jackson's this what is it, The Lady of My Life, as one of the 20 worst songs? Yeah, man. Like what are you talking about, man? 20 worst songs. That's first of all, anytime you
like the song?
Yeah.
What you mean? Do I like
that song? Man, that song is actually
anytime you
dope,
put on
man.
a Moments of Love type of
It's not one of his best pieces.
No, bro.
What do
Listen,
you say, Keith?
see,
it's not one of his best pieces of work.
but how are you listening to the record?
What did they talk about?
Is
What is it? Sentimentality? What was the review? How was it? Why did they call it the worst song?
They said that the singing wasn't all that good.
Man.
They said that the song really didn't flow with the album.
Kind of popish.
See, but I mean, that particular song was a fill-in. That was a fill-in for the album.
But Human Nature is on that album too. Yeah. And that song with Paul McCartney, that's the weakest song on there.
That's
also
Baby Be Mine.
Oh yeah,
that song weak.
Actually, no. Actually, that song is actually dope, bro.
Very well.
That song is actually dope.
Man, please, man. All because of Paul McCartney, because he was a Beatle.
No.
Man, please.
It's not
better than Love of My Life.
No,
first of all, Paul McCartney wrote some great music, and yes, he was a Beatle. So I mean, you just can't dismiss that.
I'm dismissing
tune by them too.
I'm sorry.
That was a good tune by them too.
Okay.
Man, please.
Girl is mine.
That's an automatic skip. That's an automatic skip.
Man, please.
That's the only skip on the album for me.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. And you got two of the greatest. You got two of the greatest of all time recorded together. That was a fight.
That song is dope, man.
And it was marketed right.
Ba-doom, boom. Yeah, that song is dope, bro.
I love Michael Jackson. I'm not a big fan of Paul McCartney. Baby Be Mine.
Michael Jackson too, yeah.
That they could have.
Well, let's get back to the Lady of My Life.
No, not Baby Be Mine. The girl is mine.
The girl is mine.
That's why I don't skip it so much.
The doggone girl.
I agree with you. It really is pretty, because even that opening,
y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping.
Man, please.
Y'all tripping.
But that's
Lady of My Life. How would you compare that then to She's Out of My Life? She's out of my life.
What song was that?
That's Michael Jackson. I don't know whether to live.
Well, that song too, there was a filler too.
Yeah, dude. And actually, he didn't write that. It's this dude in England that wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that on Thriller?
No.
We talking about
that was on Off the Wall.
Off the Wall, yeah. Off the Wall.
Off the Wall, yeah.
Okay. Any more hate?
I do, but I feel my blood pressure already raising, so I'm gonna keep it.
So I
do got another one.
Let me put on Keith Parris Cup Reporter, WNOV 860 106.5. Why does that song have so much sentimental reason to you? Was there a love?
It's a really good song.
Were you in love with somebody when that song came out?
The breakup song.
Were you in love with somebody when it came out?
Left you
when it came out? I wasn't even alive when it came out.
No, but you heard it when you heard it. I mean,
did you hear it?
They played it a lot. Was you in a situation?
No, I just love the song. Like, it's a nice song. I don't gotta
Which
reminisce
song is it
on
that you say you love now?
Lady of My Life.
Lady of My Life.
That's a really nice song.
Yeah, that song is dope.
When any city that you go to, we've all done road trips. You up late at night driving. And they playing their little Moments in Love, midnight music. That song come on. You gonna be driving.
It was getting a lot of play during the Quiet Storm. I mean, the Quiet Storm.
Come on now. Yeah, Quiet Storm.
But I love the opening. Do. Well, okay. All right.
Yeah, man. How it even come on is so smooth.
Okay. Lady Love. What you think of that one?
I don't know. I don't know this song.
Got to call her.
I'm only talking about the song that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. That song. Yeah.
You remember Lady Love, Jermaine?
I remember Lady Love, but that song that he's talking about is a classic. This joint's a classic. This is a classic.
Did you hear him?
Man, to a musician,
Hey,
listening from a musician ear, bro.
oh yeah, music is dope.
DJ said,
Yeah. Hey, that thing hit the spot. It hit the spot.
Yeah.
It did something to him.
You just take a deep
got
breath.
ooh out of
You take a deep breath when this comes on.
He felt that thing.
Ain't nothing to cry about.
Over here sniffing and carrying on.
we keep on playing. It sound like you might bust into tears. So.
Tito, could you
No,
give me
this
some
is
tissue?
no, it's just a good song.
Yeah, it's a good song. It is a good song. It is a good song, man.
To me.
Man, listen to that flugo.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Oh my God. Just musically, how it was put together was. Yeah.
But who said it was a bad tune?
Rolling
Stone.
Stone. Rolling Stone said it was one of the
But
top two.
I lost faith with Rolling Stone. They came out with their top 100, albums of all time.
Yeah, I remember you critiqued that.
Oh man, that was
off.
caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, you on there? Good morning.
Good morning.
Boy, these
Good
phone
luck.
lines here, boy.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Just the disrespect to the greatest, man. I don't.
Yeah.
It don't sit well with me,
bro.
man.
I'm with you, DJ. I'm with you.
And we'll be talking about Michael Jackson a little bit later today because we'll be talking about greatest beefs of all time. And so he certainly made the list. But Lady in My Life.
Yeah.
You'll always be the lady in my life.
Like you said, Rolling Stone, they definitely lost favor with me. I don't want to hear nothing from them no more.
Yeah, Rolling Stones can't.
I don't want to hear nothing from them no more.
It had to be somebody that that didn't either appreciate or understand history and music. Because for you to
Hammer and his whole view and his view of black music in general.
Yeah, for you to label at the top 20th worst song, and you got a song out here called Whip It Good that is terrible, that's made by white folks.
Actually, Whip It.
Break your mama back.
Actually, that's a pretty good tune, man.
Then whip it and whip it good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he looking like
they also they gone, man, because I remember one of their lists where they had the top 100 singers of all time. They had Bob Dylan at number 20.
What?
But Michael Jackson was in the 90s.
But you know what? That has to have
Bob
been
Dylan
one of his favorite artists.
ain't no better singer than Michael Jackson. First of all, Bob Dylan ain't no good singer.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
but he wrote some great.
Oh,
music.
he wrote some records.
He wrote some great music.
He
might not be able to sing it. There's some people out there that really can't sing their music.
Yeah,
but they wrote some great music, man. Yeah. You listen to Community Voice. It's Free Flow Friday. Joined in the studio by Devon Jones, DJ the Protege, or Angry Old Man. Bad about construction. Mad at Rolling Stone magazine. Got Debo holding it down there on the video board. Jermaine Rideout. Man, you ain't been treadmill for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
dude.
Man, I got to get my name back, man.
Oh, man. We was talking the other day, and I said I saw that finger poise where he's just getting ready to hit the button. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Now, back to Community Voice with your host, Keith Parris and Devon Jones, DJ The Protege.
All right, welcome back. You want to do the perspective, man? Or what you want to do?
Sure, we can do the perspective.
Yes.
I just wondered, did he have a perspective?
And now it's time for the Protege's perspective.
One of the biggest misconceptions when analyzing success is the good, and even very good, is close to great. Often it is spoken that those who possess skills that provides them the recognition of being good at something can become great with just a little bit more effort. Surely, improvement should bring about better results, but a blanket statement about going from good to great is extremely ignorant. As one controversial rapper put it, it's levels to this. When skills are described, they are separated through their ability to complete and master whatever that job requires. From the bottom all the way to the top, the ability to complete such tasks are measured by how good the quality of work is done, and even if it's done at all. Additionally, just because you can do something does not mean that you are good at it. For example, millions or even billions of people can sing karaoke. That does not mean that they are actually good at singing a tune and carrying that ballad. Being good is one thing, but being great is another hurdle. There's a huge difference between good and great. Some people are naturally good at things, whether it's sports and competition, writing and acting, or fixing and putting things together, among other tasks. Though this isn't the norm for everyone, these types of people can put in very little effort and still get the desired result. If you take it to the classroom, some students are naturally gifted in various subjects, while others have to put in an enormous amount of effort just to get a passing grade in some cases. Universally speaking, a B student is a good student, and an A student is a great student. Although both are passing grade students, there is a significant gap between these two students, and any assumption that a little more work or effort will even the playing field is grossly mistaken. An argument can even be made that the jump from good to great is larger than the jump from bad to good. To be great at anything requires relentlessness, obsession, and tremendous sacrifice. You can luck up and be good one time, but there is no luck involved with being great. What separates those from good to great is that most people will be satisfied with being good at something, and their habits will only be that of an individual that is good. Those that are great have embedded in their mind that they will never settle, and they will continue to push themselves past all limits, barriers, and expectations. So remember, the next time you hear a comparison about good and great, just know that when it comes to who and what is great, good just doesn't equate.
All right. Protege's perspective. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay. All right. The phone line's open. 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. I guess Lady in Our Life is a great song, according to
Come on now. I mean, like I said,
According
after
to who?
DJ.
Oh, I thought you had some confirmation on by way of.
Nah, I wouldn't even go out to.
after more thinking about Rolling Stone, yeah, they don't. I don't even listen to them no more.
Yeah, they don't even count.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I can do it real quickly. How about them Bucks?
Jermaine. Jermaine looking at me like, yeah.
Because I want to hear what you.
I told you.
No, I mean I just want to hear your point of view.
They got a long ways to go, man. Their half court offense is really bad. It was a stretch where they was very, very sloppy.
Well, both teams was very
The better team lost that game. The Nuggets.
Come on, man.
The Nuggets looked way better.
Come on, man.
You can.
Come on, man. You can't
Come on,
say
man.
that.
What you
Come
mean?
on, DJ.
The better team
won the game.
won the game. The better team always wins. It might not.
No, it
it
don't.
might-
Better team
They were
don't
the better
always win.
team last night. That's what you have to.
So
Yeah.
you saying that if you say that, then that means, man, that Denver got out coached.
So.
No, if you say, man, that the better team lost, that means that Denver got out coached.
Not necessarily.
Why
no.
not? What not? But make it make sense though, DJ. If you
Because-
said, wait, you just said, man, that the better team lost, right? So if the better team lost to the worst team, that means that the worst team out-coached the better team.
No, that's not always the case.
Well, I just think the Bucks are better at home than they're on the road.
The Nuggets are better than the Bucks. Do
So
we
that
not
means,
believe
man,
that?
they got out-coached then?
No, not all the time.
Got outplayed. South Carolina lost yesterday. No, did they win? No. Oh, I pull it up. I know Notre Dame lost at home.
You can't identify one adjustment that Doc made that makes you think that he made a better decision or a better judgment than Mike Malone.
Yeah, well, no, because you
So
have
then
to
he
look
didn't-
at.
so
Hold
then
on,
he
no.
didn't
He
outcoach him.
did. He did because it's the players that you put in at that particular time. It's the lineups that you put in at the particular time that when you on your stretch run and when you losing your stretch run. So if you outcoach them and if you don't put in the right lineup for that moment, you can lose the game.
Well, I think the other thing, Bucks were losing games in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They had a very good fourth quarter last night. I think that's what it comes down to. A lot of those games that they're in.
Well, most games they be tripping in the third quarter.
Yeah, but they said they had like one of the worst percentages in the fourth quarter, being able to score offensive, efficiency. And I think a lot of that, who gets the ball, you have to make, and then the in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
So let's see if the lineup is stabilized.
It's too much standing around, and then you got to remember that at the end of the season and heading into the playoffs, Bobby is coming back.
Yeah.
Now Porter Jr. has been a really good spark.
Yeah.
Can't give him a lot of.
So he's still going to play.
Kuzma has helped a little bit.
Kuzma helped a lot.
He's helped a lot.
A lot, bro.
He's helped a lot.
Rebounding. He's going to the right.
Trent Jr. has been
But
been
people
solid.
wanted to give up on him when at the first beginning of the season, when he
'cause of
couldn't
size.
shoot nothing in the ocean.
Yeah.
So they was like, man, why we get Gary Trent? He trash.
He
Like,
not-
no, like you got to give
I
him
always knew he
time.
wasn't trash because he used to like the Bucks.
Man, he used to kill the Bucks, man.
Well, I just
I think it's a good win.
5 out of 6
I think it's a good win.
ain't bad.
But I mean,
DJ, sometimes I can't stand you on Fridays.
who did they just lose to? They just-
Houston,
right?
by
And
3.
they should
wait,
not
no,
have lost
man,
that
Houston
game.
is stop.
They lost to
The
Houston.
Bucks is-
They lost to Houston in Houston.
The
too.
Bucks is supposed to be better than Houston. Whether how you
Well, you
feel
do
or
know
not.
Detroit did whoop Boston, and Boston is way better than Detroit.
Speaking of,
Man, everybody take a nap in Detroit.
okay, well, speaking of Boston, they play Cleveland tonight.
Yeah. Now that is what I'm looking to see because they actually pinging these cats to be in the conference finals, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going
Who's
to
that?
be
Cleveland. I
Cleveland
think
and
Cleveland got a
Boston.
real good shot.
I think Cleveland got a shot,
Yeah,
but
So
But-
do you think that they're better than the Bucks?
who? Cleveland.
right now they are.
Cleveland roster is. Cleveland roster is now how you play
And
them.
picking up
And would you say
DeAndre
that
Hunter.
Cleveland is better than the Nuggets?
The
Well,
Nuggets.
Cleveland roster is
Well, you say better. They obviously
Better is better.
Okay, well, hold on. Then better is better.
Wait.
Well, then they have a better record. So yes, better is better.
Yeah.
No, that ain't the same.
But you just
Oh, it ain't the same because they play in the West and they play in the
No,
East.
you asked me.
You went to
You
the
said
record.
no.
I'm
You
asking
set yourself
I'm
up when
asking-
you
no,
said
I'm asking
when you said
man
better
for
is better.
man. I'm
When-
asking you man for man
I
who's
think-
better.
I think Cleveland has that picking up DeAndre Hunter is probably going to be, and that's the whole thing about the trades around the deadlines. I think a lot of these teams, not Washington, obviously, but if you look at Golden State, they got better with Jimmy Butler. If you look at Cleveland was already good. DeAndre Hunter doesn't really hurt having them. Obviously, Doncic going to LA has made LA better. So I'm just saying this has been, because normally you have those trades, but a lot of these teams,
So
I think
still
Kuzma.
ducking around the
No, I
question
just said it. Yes, they're better. They're better. They're better
Is
than Denver.
Cleveland better than Denver?
No.
Okay, well they are.
I mean, record-wise,
they're better.
But they play in the
They still got to play teams in the West.
They still got to dribble. But they still got to dribble the ball and shoot it in the hoop.
Right. I mean,
Come on, bro.
And everybody talk about the West. The West is not as strong as it's been in the past.
Exactly.
It's still strong,
but it ain't as strong.
Right. But
the West is better than the East.
But it ain't as strong as it used to be.
It's top heavy.
Listen,
the West is all around good.
Okay.
From top to bottom, yeah.
Let's get the call. Call her up to the program.
Of teams in the playoffs.
Good morning.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Good morning.
Good morning. I've seen something on the news, and I know if they said reckless driving will be fixed within 10 years. Now, here's my question. Now, when I look at Water Street, I look at Downer, Oakland, Washington Boulevard, Belite, and the high numbers. I don't really see none of that. But my thing is, why would it take 10 years to fix niggerism? Because like yesterday, I was going down Titonia. I seen
it's taking 400 years to fix it. What do you mean? You're not going to be done in 10 years.
Right.
We fixed it in 400.
Well, my thing is, if they do the green light on gentrification, it's going to be fixed within a year. Because, when it comes to people who don't mind voting and signing petitions, they move real fast, like stank on horse sugar, honey, iced tea.
But then wouldn't the problems just migrate to other areas then?
Absolutely not. Because
why not? Because if you're migrating those people that are having issues in the area outside, just because you move those people outside of the area doesn't mean that they just gonna all of a sudden transform and change their actions. They just gonna take their actions with them to other side of the town.
Well, one thing I do know when it comes to other communities that is non-black, they don't allow it. And I think what's going on because we're black, they feel we should be accustomed to the niggerism. Because when you look at other neighborhoods, Grandma can drive her Grand Marquis or her Crown Victoria to go get her meal. Grandpa can jump in his conversion van with the hammers and bolts with the glass pack duals and drive in peace. But when it comes to the north side, it gets kind of swept under the rug, and you just have to deal with it.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. You had an issue, and you still do have an issue out on Highway 100. Wait a minute, hold on. Highway 100 in West Dallas. One of the streets they talked about on the south side is Layton, and a lot of you have to take into consideration.
That's a highway.
Like the age of the people who are driving, the congestion, right? You have where in certainly in certain areas it is more congestion. So when you talk about traffic and people driving the way they're driving, reckless driving is an issue in every community.
Because
every
on
community,
on 108th, they have signs that say like no cruising or whatever.
Well, the reason I'm saying is because it has got out of hand too long. Because if you get a sheriff who's no holds barred, they're gonna get them concrete walls and them steel toilets and probably catch MRSA from the toilet.
But a whole lot of communities, when they got the chance to do traffic mitigation with the COVID money, they did. I was just there's a bookstore I go to in Evanston, Illinois. The traffic mitigation they did down in Evanston, Illinois, had everything to do with the reckless driving that was going on in Evanston, Illinois. So I'm just saying it's a problem where you have people with cars. And then when we say reckless driving, a lot of us are reckless driving, because if you're more than 10 miles over the speed limit, you're recklessly driving. So we put it on certain folks. Now we got other issues like car chases, which really a whole lot of damage is done. I was just talking to my brother. He had a situation. So I think there's a lot, but let's not put it on like black people, because black people are not the only people doing it. right? We deal with reckless driving across the board. In rural areas, they're dealing with the issue. You got people with cars, people with impaired DUIs, driving cars. And then what happens is we'll say, well, it's our issue. It's our issue because that's all we see. But you go other places and you're seeing the same thing. People doing text messaging on 94, right? I mean, so let's not get to the point where it's all black people, because it's not all black people. It's not all young people.
Right.
It's a lot of people
it's
out
some
there.
old people that be out
I'm
here.
telling you, there's a whole lot of folks out there doing things where you going like, whoa, what's happening? So I know it's Black History Month. All right, man. Let's call. Yeah. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning, you're in there.
Hey, good morning to you, my man. You know, I'm an opponent against this reckless driving bill, because I understand where it can take us as a community, as black people in the community. But the Protege just said something that made great sense. He said it would only migrate somewhere else. Well, I want you to look at where it's migrating right now, Brother Protege. It's migrating into our neighborhoods, off of the main streets. So if you're driving fast and traffic is backed up, what do? You take a side street where our kids is playing with big wheels, playing with skateboards. Me and you out there changing a tire. They're migrating it into the neighborhood. And like I've said on other stations, and probably this one as well, the bump stops and the roundabouts is causing more life lost than any reckless driving. They had 72.
Meech, that is not true.
Reckless drive. We're saying
it is slow cars down.
You know, it's really an accident.
No, man.
But there's no room for accident with this Vision Zero, which it's a California ideal. All these bump stops, that's all California liberalism, man. And I don't want to get in and make this a politics. All you have to do is not pay attention to the sign and let your car get hit one time.
That's all you got to do, because that didn't happen to me. I wasn't paying attention to the speed bump sign coming up, and next thing I hear, crunch.
No,
I mean,
it's not claiming lives like that, Keith.
I'm telling you, but it's everywhere, man. And so when people sit up, it's the community people that are asking for those bumps in their neighborhood. Community people, they're paying for that.
I know they are. I'm paying for it and didn't even ask for it.
Hey, it's a roundabout on like 25th or 26th.
Let me show you how they're claiming lives. Can I show you how they're claiming lives? Because if you would have made it to the hospital 5 minutes earlier, we could have saved your life. We could have saved grandma. If you could have made it within, if she would have been here maybe a minute and a half earlier, we could have saved Auntie Joan. You understand? Every time that paramedic got to take a stop.
What's that got to do with speed bumps?
Because he got to slow down, brother.
He ain't slowing down. He ain't slowing down for an hour. He ain't slowing down 5 minutes.
Hold on. When he gets to the hospital, if she would have been here 15 minutes or 10 minutes.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with speed bumps.
Hold on, brother. You can't even rationalize where I'm coming from?
No, I cannot.
Okay, let me say this to you. Get in a situation where you bleed and they got to run you way out the freighter. Bro. And the man got to stop and do speed bumps. Had they got you there a few minutes earlier, we could have stopped.
Speed bump is taking 15 seconds.
Not even 15 seconds.
How many? But you got.
You make it sound like they can't get in.
50 of them, brother.
They what?
Do the math. The police can't even catch the bad guy because he got to keep stopping.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
No, brother. No,
bro.
listen.
I saw police jump over them things, man, chasing them guys, man.
Okay, but that's one.
It ain't just one. This is what happened. Those speed bumps are put in there
man.
to help the kids.
And being there 15 minutes. You told me that you got shot one time, brother, on the radio.
I never told you that.
No, didn't you say you got shot?
No, I never got shot. I got shot at. I was in a shootout. I never got shot.
Okay, you was in the shootout in the van. Okay, so I thought you had got shot a few times.
No, I got shot at, and the car was shot up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you had gotten shot. Well, listen, People are bleeding out, man, on their way to the hospital because remember, we don't have any trauma centers in our inner cities no more. We used to have one in Sinai Samaritan. St. Luke's was one. Now we don't have that no more in no major cities. They're way out on the outskirts. You got to get to Freighter. So do you understand the speed? Now you can fight me if you want to, but I tell you, don't
You know
have a
why?
heart
Because
attack.
the cost to operate those trauma centers. And a lot of those people coming in are uninsured.
And
the
on top of
hospitals
that,
have to eat the cost
yeah,
of that care because they're uninsured.
and on top of that means, to be honest with you, the speed bumps are on the side streets. It's not on the main street. So the paramedics,
But
police,
you're going in the main street to get grandma out of there.
hold on, brother. Police, paramedics, after they pick you up on the side street, they ride the main street. They not taking side streets to the hospital, bro.
Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Vision Zero has ventured into our main streets, brother. Go down Center Street. Go down Burleigh. They got big humps in the middle of the street. But hold on, listen. You can rationalize it all you want to, but I God forbid.
Yeah, it slows you down. I take Burleigh to go home every day. I come off 20th Street. There is a bump at 22nd Street.
22nd, yeah.
Yeah, 22nd Street. Slow me down. But for the most part, you still can pretty much move up and down Burleigh unencumbered.
22nd Street.
Listen, brother. God forbid. Listen to this here. Listen to this here.
Yeah.
God forbid that any one of us get in a situation where we have to be rushed to the hospital, coming out of a neighborhood where you're going down the street. Now, you just rationalized it.
I'll just say this. It's one really dumb roundabout that's in off a Locust.
26.
Yeah, that's dumb. That shouldn't be.
But you know why that's
those roundabouts put in because of some other reasons.
Of some other stuff.
There was some other stuff going on. They put those roundabouts
in Park, and you'll see a whole bunch of them on one street.
Well, you can go, but you know what? If I I'm saying that roundabouts. But what roundabouts does, it slows the traffic down.
It slows traffic.
It slows traffic down, and that's where a lot of the deaths are. The sister who was in yesterday, Valerie Ricks, showed me.
Hey man, I can't win with you guys. I can't win with you.
That's correct. You can't.
You looking in the box where they done sold you already.
All right,
Vision Zero. Do your homework.
Well, I appreciate talking to another free-thinking black man. Thank you, bro.
Go to Vision Zero, brother. That's all I can tell.
Oh man, I'm good here. I mean,
y'all want to go to break?
Yeah, break time.
You're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll deal with greatest beefs of all time. Get your list. You know, Michael Jackson on that list.
Michelle and Meech.
The words right out of my mouth.
Me and Debo.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Me and Debo on that list.
Now, back to Community Voice with your host, Keith Parris and Devon Jones, DJ the Protege.
All right, welcome back. It'd be nice if I had a mic. We're good? We're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Mic policy. All right. All right, so we're top of the hour, so let's start off with all-time greatest beefs. I'm gonna get biblical. I'll just start off with the probably the first beef.
Mm-hmm.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You got somebody?
45 and Rosie O'Donnell.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jay and Nas.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
What's
You on
going
there?
on?
Good morning.
What's going on, yo?
What's
All right,
happening, man?
yourself?
I'm all right. One thing y'all forgot to mention Bobby. Without Bobby, man, that's still 20 some points.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
That's still a bunch of points that y'all missing.
Yeah,
So
well, we don't want to really talk about it. So, what else you got?
what else we got?
I mean, but that don't
we
necessarily mean he
got
was going to
what,
get
how
that 20 in at that game.
Well, we're going to have what? We got how many more games now? 21?
20,
21, 22 games?
20 something.
21 Saturday.
What else you got, man?
The weather's nice.
Oh, we talking about beefs, man. What
all-time beefs, man.
What,
Oh, beef.
yeah.
All time beef. Well, shit, I was on hold, so I didn't get to hear that part. My fault.
Okay.
What? I know we said. I'm pretty sure y'all said. What about El Cool J and Cannabis?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Mm-hmm. So right now he got Cain and Abel. I got 45 and Rosie O'Donnell. We got Jay and Nas, and then you just added LL and Cannabis.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me think one more. Then let's. I don't know if they really had beef, but there was always who was better. We're gonna say who was better, Cash Money or No Limit.
Okay, that's beef. All right.
No, that wasn't no beef.
Yes, it was.
Who was that?
Yes, it was.
LL and Kumo D, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, El Cool. Yeah, El
That was
Cool.
early too.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
that was early.
Yeah. And Mike Tyson and Holyfield. That's a beef.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because if you bite me, though, we beefing forever.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but it ain't no beef. It ain't no. Yeah, but it ain't no beef if
If you kept whipping them.
no. Holyfield went in business with him to get some of that edible ear money.
All right. So
That'll be
speaking
here,
of
buddy.
that, Ali Frazier.
Yeah, because that was
Yeah,
personal.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Man. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You on there?
Yeah. Hey, greatest beef I see is WNOV and Meech.
Oh.
Okay, because let me ask you this: how does this work, man? How does this work? Y'all let this fool. He takes a hit on his crack pipe, snort him some fentanyl, and then call y'all talking crazy.
First of all, Meech doesn't do drugs. I got to
talk-
defend him.
Yeah,
He don't do drugs.
No, he's not.
He don't
Well,
drink.
he
He don't
sure-
do
hey.
drugs.
Well, if I don't know him that well, but I swear he do. Okay, just by his action. But let me ask you this: he just called in talking about health care, people not getting to the hospital on time, and you let him slide by not reminding him that as a tap dancing, bootlicking Republican, that he's all for closing hospitals and taking away health care. How you do that, man?
You just did it.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Oh man, because I was telling them why. I'm sorry, my bad, my fumble.
Hey, it's so much that you can't get them on everything. You know, that's why it's called community voice, where you come in and pick up where we left off.
Yeah, well, thanks for letting me do that. And I hope he's listening because that's just crazy. He trying to make up for yesterday when he messed up on Gwen Moore. So he called in trying to talk like he's really concerned about the community. He pulling the Donald Trump. You know, they asked Trump yesterday about those sex traffickers coming in here, and he talking about, oh, they're good people. you know, and I didn't even know they were coming. So tell me how that private plane gonna fly into American
Which had to be
airspace,
signed off by the State Department, by the way.
and the Homeland Security too. And who has to tell them to let them in? Donald Trump.
Well, okay. Ken, this dude lies. So why are we surprised?
You kidding, man? You mean
this might be a really shocking revelation. This dude lies.
No, but here's the thing: that $5 million gold card. I was telling Michelle yesterday, that ain't nothing but a front to let those people from Europe come in here, the sex traffickers,
and they're not gonna pay $5 million.
The money launderers, the drug distributors. He's giving them clearance to come in and promise them that Custom and Border Patrols and nobody's going to check your drugs coming in here. But when I look at to catch a smuggler, the way the Border Patrol be checking those people, man, and on their case about any little thing, it's just ridiculous, man.
Okay.
It's just ridiculous.
Again, do not get your facts from Donald Trump.
Well, I'm not getting them from him.
What I'm saying is,
he's ignoring
so we're reacting to stuff, and that's part of the diversion. You know, we're reacting to this nonsense over here. That means that something else is going on over here. And so we need to be mindful of that. And right now, there's a quandary because they want to do these $1 trillion tax cuts and haven't figured out how to pay for it. Right. And so when they sit up, so when he says he ain't gonna touch Social Security, he ain't gonna touch Medicaid, he's lying.
Of course,
because that's the only way that they're gonna be able to pay for those tax cuts.
And they've already figured out how to pay for them. They just ain't dropped the bomb on us yet. That's all. Hey,
well, I think the other piece of it is that the pushback that they're going to now. Did you notice in this legislative session you haven't heard anybody say get rid of the Affordable Care Act?
No.
Now, we were hearing that. Remember, under Trump, that first, let's get rid of affordable care. But why not? Just like Medicare, just like Social Security, once you give Americans benefits, and excuse me for being repetitive, that they benefit from, it's hard to pull that benefit back. And see, what he's banking on is Medicaid is considered a poverty program.
Right.
And so then there are people out there till you begin to realize, though, that some of those MAGA people have benefited from Medicaid, where they had hospitals now in rural areas where they could actually get care. How about their big mama being in a nursing home and Medicaid is paying part of her bill so now people begin to realize, oh, he is talking about me. And that's why you're not hearing it on Fox. You're not hearing it on Newsmax. But all these folks who are doing town halls, as a matter of fact, these congressmen, they've been getting advisory telling a lot of these Republican congressmen don't even go home and have a town hall. Because what you're going to get is the pushback to this whole legislative piece that Donald Trump and the Republicans, look, the only thing that he cares about, like the tariffs, like right now, everybody goes, he's going to do tariffs. Who does tariffs hurt? It's going to hurt Americans more. It's going to hurt Chinese.
Absolutely.
It's going to hurt him because he got the money and the means to pay for any and everything.
Right. And so it's going to hurt farmers. Closing down USAID hurt farmers.
Right.
Because it was the food that farmers were sending to these countries. So when people sit up and what he played on, and this is the thing for all of us, don't let people pimp your emotions.
Yeah.
You know, you get into that thing, feeling this and feeling that, and the whole MAGA thing, and oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of DEI, and we're gonna do all of that, and you all over here with your hatred and your racism, and then he's doing you. There's a book out there called "What's Wrong with Kansas," and it talks about how every election cycle they will vote for Republicans, yet Republicans have policies that hurt the people in Kansas. You're not even thinking about that, but once it gets to the point, as my mother would say, once you get hungry enough, oh, now you having a moment of sobriety. And you sit up thinking like, oh, I've been took. Yeah, you've been took. Surprise. Surprise.
Here's my thing, and I agree with you 100% on that, because here's what I'm going to say now. I think by this summer, you might have a revolution in this country if this food keeps going with all the stuff he's dropping every day. You might have, and all we got to do is sit back and watch it, because we don't even have to be involved in it. because there's going to be the people that supported him in the Republican Party that's going to do it.
Didn't you correct me yesterday? Said that was that you yesterday? Corrected me on using the term we.
No,
No, it was another brother called in, and he was telling me, and I was going, yeah. Well, we might not be doing it, but we gonna be done by it. We gonna be affected by it. So as much as you want to sit up and thinking now, and again, when they sit up and talk about how much of the budget is the military, and let's talk about cutting in the military. When they start talking about cutting the military, even though they're not meeting their recruitment goals right now, right? They're not, people are not joining. So what do?
Draft.
But you're going to, when you look at the cut, they might do personnel. So I mentioned it the other day. So we talk about doing base closings. That has impact on the economy. Someone pointed out yesterday, if they in fact lay off 800,000 federal employees, the impact that it's going to have on the economy is going to be dramatic. So
I just had a thought yesterday, like, in the past, you would think that a government job was one of the most secure jobs to have. Now is not that secure as we once thought it was.
See, but you have people that's been in government for 20, 30 years that's losing their jobs that now.
Not right now.
Well,
the
not
people
right
that
now.
are losing their jobs right now are the probationary. They can't fire those folks, and to lay off people who have tenure is more involved. Again, it's a distraction. So when you're sitting up going like, oh, and then there's this whole thing that this happens. I saw this during the whole pension scandal here at the county. There are people who will sit up and say, well, if I was in private sector, I'd lose my job. You're right. Or, and I made the argument yesterday, you come in and say we should apply business principles. Businesses are in the business of making money. Government is in the business of providing services.
Mm-hmm.
It is a different model.
Yeah.
And then when you sit up and you look at the fact that I ask everybody, because it's that time of the month, got your Social Security check on time, didn't you? It was right, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then if it was wrong, you'd like to be able to call somebody. But hell, if we laid the people off that would take your phone call, because people going in, and then you have Elon Musk go, oh yeah, we might have made some mistakes, but you're making mistakes that could cost Americans their lives. And so and then there's the other thing. The only reason why Trump is allowing Musk to do it, because when the heat gets real hot, he's just going to get rid of Musk. And then he'll have this whole plausible deniability. It wasn't me. It was Elon Musk.
Smoke and mirrors.
Every time.
But what if he don't do that?
Well, Elon Musk is gone in 130 days, so he would have to.
He is?
Yeah, because if he would have given him a real job, he would have to do financial disclosures. He would possibly have to do divestment. So what he does is you bring him in as a special government employee. It's 130 days. So then he's able then to go in, do the damage he needs to do. He can move on, and at the same time talk about smoke screens.
But he's still going.
Who has suggested that they use their system to help the FAA?
Right, I was just about to say that SpaceX.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that it's been at least two things where they have suggested his businesses come in, and where he benefit from.
Yeah,
and he's already benefited. Already.
Exactly, and so how can you come in? Basically go in and try to fire the people at the FAA, but then, hey, you need to buy my program. You need to buy my system. So, I mean, and this has been a month and a half, y'all. I mean, that's scary, that's man. What's.
I had texted him earlier. I was like, what was more detrimental, the rollout of Obamacare or his first few weeks?
Well, you know what?
Man, that's a good question.
The Obamacare piece was a good news thing. It was the number of people who were taking advantage of the program, and it overwhelmed the system, right? Because there's a need out there. There's a need for healthcare. So when people are going and saying, "Oh, I think that's good," and you think the government workers are lazy and wrong. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on there.
Good morning.
Does he have the pot up?
Yep.
Good morning.
Probably lost somebody. All right, so let's get back to these beefs.
Well, you got to go
I was good.
Michael Jordan and Isaiah.
Was that a beef?
That's still a beef. You could. What you mean? Was that a beef?
Jordan and Thomas. Okay.
He's still upset that he went on Dream Team, and that's 32 years ago.
I don't know how
33. Yeah.
I don't know how he, in terms of talent, he should have been on. I mean, he's obviously one of the greatest point guards ever to play.
30-some years, man. Get over it.
Well, but every now and then you have
And
reminders.
he's still regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. So I don't even know why he.
But
okay,
he just had some things that he had a little punk in him. That was the thing that I didn't like about, because one of the reasons.
Smaller,
No. What I'm saying is one of the things. One of the reasons.
They say the same thing about John Stockton.
No, I'm not saying. Well, listen, let me make my point. One of the things that poisoned his relationship with Magic Johnson was he was kind of spreading rumors out there saying that, oh, maybe he gay. Yeah. So
and it's goofy to say that about somebody who you let kiss you.
Right. So
I mean,
yeah. So I lost a lot of respect for Isaiah Thomas many, many years ago. And I'm with Michael.
Wait, but do you think he really felt that way because they kept him off of the squad?
I think that's why he said that.
So that's why
I don't know why he would be surprised, because he was balling though. No, but it was known. If Isaiah Thomas was on the team, they had no Michael Jordan.
So
Michael Jordan wasn't going to
be between Jordan and Isaiah.
Oh man, Jordan don't like him.
But a lot of people didn't like Isaiah.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like the Pistons.
Hey, but Isaiah was that dude though. Like
he wasn't. But all of that, man. But you can be that dude on the court. But what kind of dude are you off the court?
So didn't him and Larry Bird have some type?
They've talked. He talked to Magic. He didn't talk to everybody but Michael, and Michael ain't gonna talk to him
all this time.
You know what? And I can know Michael. That was a book I was thinking about doing this month, Jordan's Rules. But I understand Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. But I could clearly understand in this one, I'm standing with Michael Jordan when it comes to his beef with Isaiah Thomas.
Evolution versus creation.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I got a beef for you. I got one for you. How about 50 Cent and Jada Kids?
They had a beef.
Yes, sir. We got 50
I
and
always
Jada.
Thought about, okay, no.
You got Dr. Dre and Eazy-E.
Mm-hmm.
You got Common and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Okay. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on there.
Good morning, yo. I got a funny beef that I found out about a little while back. Well, I don't know this guy's name, but I don't know if any of y'all remember the group PM Dawn.
Yeah, PM Dawn. Yeah.
So KRS-One had a beef with one of those dudes from PM Dawn, and I think he even punched the dude on stage. Which I thought the whole thing was yeah, he did. Yeah. But y'all have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
KRS-One, and who was the other?
PM Dawn.
PM
Dawn. Okay. How about T.I. and Lil Flip?
Oh yeah, he Lil Flip fired on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He can't come up in nobody hood like that.
Yeah. Tupac and Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie, of course. 50 Cent Fat. What 50 had beef with everybody.
Yeah, he did.
You put 50. You could just put 50 in there, everybody.
Yeah, 50.
All right.
50 versus
we didn't know what was going to happen. Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I didn't really believe that was a real beef.
Yeah, that was
until Will.i.am came on Drink Champs and talked about how he invited Mike to his concert, and Prince was, the headliner. Yeah. And he was like, well, I'm not cool with Prince.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, it's all good, And Will.i.am ended up having him come over, and Prince was playing a guitar in his face, and Mike was like, why he do that? And he was like, oh no, he was probably just feeling it. And long story short, he ended up talking to Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And Quincy said, you did what? He said, man, Prince tried to run over Michael and his mama, man.
Yeah, I think that, and then I was wondering, would Prince show up for Michael Jackson's funeral or even put a statement out? I don't think he did a statement or anything.
Now, Michael Jackson and Tupac had a fight.
I heard about that.
Michael whooped Tupac.
I don't know about that.
No, he whooped two people that was there is going on record saying it.
Okay.
You can actually pull it up.
All right, man. Ain't no tape.
No, you can pull it up.
Okay, but ain't no tape.
Because
it was people saying that
but you can pull
Michael
up
Jackson was a blood too. Like people say a lot of stuff about Michael Jackson.
They said that Michael Jackson was a real true. I mean, because he was still a, he was still
Michael
a dude.
Jackson weigh 108 pounds.
You bad? I'm bad.
He weighed like 108 pounds.
You know it. You get punched by dude.
Rodney Allen Rippey probably, but no. Tupac?
Yeah.
I mean, after all them whoopings Joe gave him, maybe he learned something.
Listen, man, though he was still.
It wasn't like he was fighting Joe.
Hold on.
You still can learn. You can learn.
All right. Okay. Patti LaBelle. Aretha Franklin.
Yeah. I know you was going there.
Yeah. Aretha could be quite the
people on the record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put hands on.
Beefs, it's so many, man.
NWA and it was
NWA and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
What about Death Row?
No Vaseline.
What about Death Row and Bad Boy?
Death Row and Bad Boy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That No Vaseline was about the NWA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about NWA, yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm trying to think of some not so obvious ones. Cause I mean we can go to obvious ones for days.
Well, I mean that when you let's see, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
There we go. Way to think
Road
outside
Runner
the box.
and the Coyote.
Yeah.
Road Runner, Coyote. Okay. Coyote. Someone gave me out. Let me read. Dr. Myers had given me one. Hold on. When she heard about the
Goku and Vegeta.
Who?
Goku and Vegeta. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. He-Man and what was the Skeletor?
She had Cube. She had Cube and Eazy-E. And Ice Cube put out No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, you listen to Community Voice. We're doing the greatest beefs of all time. I got one in here that turned out to be a beef. They got together, didn't get back together. Simon and Garfunkel.
I got one even crazier. Wendy's versus McDonald's.
That was a beef.
Yeah, man, they was going at it. It was Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King was against.
Well, Burger King became what, number 2 after McDonald's?
Yeah, so they
shouldn't be number 2 no more because they is not the
KFC
same.
and Popeyes.
I had them a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
They don't even taste the same.
Oh my god, it's disgusting.
Well, I haven't been to McDonald's since
I wish I could take my money back.
They withdrew their DEI, so don't need to eat in there. All right, your taste buds change till you get over. You listen to Community Voice. Take a quick break. Phone lines open. 414-444-5250. We'll be right back. conversation, man, about where you get a good burger. Love 414-444-5250 where you get a good burger. There's one place got great burgers. It was Black History Month, and we're doing the blackout, so I'm not going to mention it. But Center Street Fish Market.
Oh yeah, they used to do the burger place.
Oh, burgers,
Man,
man!
something
It goes back to poses.
It's called Fresh, Fast, and Delicious.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on it's I think it's like off of 38th and Center.
oh, that's like
that
the
little-
old fish. Yeah, that's the old
that's the
fish.
old- yeah.
Used to be
Yeah,
a
they-
real
they-
fish spot. Yeah, it
used to be rich.
A couple years ago, they
Ritz.
had a
Ritz.
good old steak
Yeah, it
sandwich.
used to be
man.
Ritz.
I don't know if they still make it. One time I
Yeah.
went back for it, it was like, oh, we don't make it no more. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking for a good place that got a good steak sandwich.
A good steak.
That's
burger.
hard, man,
Mhm.
because a lot of people are doing the Phillies.
Yeah, that's
So
not no
it's kinda
steak
hard.
sandwich.
No.
You know who had a real great steak sandwich? They took it off their menu. Was Fred's Drive-In over
I was
on
about to-
Valit.
Over on Valit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They did that with mushrooms
Oh, my
and
God.
oh my.
He said he
God.
was bringing it back though.
Is he?
So,
Yeah, he told me.
Wait,
he was,
we still got
when
a
I saw him,
drive-in?
I saw him at the
Yeah, he's
restaurant
closed
supply.
now for the season.
Yeah, but I saw him
Where
at the
the
restaurant
drive-in
supply. He said he was bringing that.
They
up.
call it a drive-in.
It's
but
not really. It's a drive up
It's a drive
and
up.
get out and go to walk to the window.
Oh, now when you said driving, I was thinking the movie theater.
No.
No, when you
It's
say
right across the street
drive-in,
from the police station on Valit.
On like 60 something?
yeah,
No,
drive-in
that's too far.
restaurants
40
used,
something.
used to
Like,
be
yeah,
like
yeah,
when you
okay.
saw in Happy Days
yeah.
or
okay.
A&W.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
right now Sonics.
Yeah.
Sonics does it where
Or
somebody
like the
comes
joint
out.
that's off of 27th Street. That's on South Side. What's that? Leon's or something like that.
Leon's.
Mhm.
Okay.
On Oklahoma there.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. So that's
And their hamburger's actually Sloppy Joe.
Oh,
What?
that'll turn
Yeah,
me
that's their
off.
hamburger. It's a
Oh,
Sloppy Joe.
that'll turn
Leon's
me off.
hamburger is a sloppy Joe.
Yeah, it's not a real burger. Last time I had one, it wasn't a real burger.
What
It was
about cops, man?
They
Cops
might have mixed your.
I wasn't gonna
order.
mention them because it's Black History Month.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, you ain't got to go spin it, but
Man, we've been missing a whole bunch of stuff that ain't got to do with no Black history.
we mentioned Solly's,
Yeah.
the Butterburger,
Yeah.
and Soberman's.
Oh yeah, I
Soberman's-
love
Soberman's
some
downtown?
the
They-
loser. That's my
Well,
favorite.
they
burger.
closed the one on downtown. I
Yeah.
think.
Marquette,
Oh,
but they're
Marquette.
still
They're
over
still
on,
over on Canal,
on
isn't it?
Canal.
Mhm.
Yep,
Is it Canal or St.
that
Paul?
that jalapeno ketchup, man.
St.
That's
Paul
off the
Canal.
chain. Yeah. Oh, that's off the chain.
I think it's St.
I
Paul.
put that on
isn't
my
it?
burger.
ugh, that's hot.
No,
No,
it tastes good,
Well, you
man.
put what on your burger?
jalapeno.
That jalapeno ketchup that Soberman's got.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was and this wasn't a burger, and this is where I fell in love. You guys like fried mushrooms?
Oh, I love them.
I've never had it.
Oh man, fried mushrooms, the bomb. And I got turned on to fried mushrooms. My guy Fred, Fred is a graduate of Marquette. So back in the day when we hung out, we could leave the clubs.
The annex.
Yeah, well, in the annex, there used to be a place though called Wells on Wells.
Talking about deep fried mushrooms or sauteed mushrooms?
Deep fried.
Now
Breaded?
that sounds like
Yeah,
something.
breaded.
That sounds like something that you'll have after you get out your car. After you come in and go back out to your car, then come back in.
Wells on Wells on Wells.
Fry me some mushrooms,
I
Jack.
told you we was coming from the club.
Yeah.
Wells on Wells. WALES on WELLS. And they had a fish sandwich. Excuse me. They had a fish sandwich. And they did shredded cheese on this fish sandwich. And then I get the mushrooms. Oh man.
Doctor
Dude.
making me hungry, man.
Dude.
And he's talking about food. Everybody, not the
Oh, not the hallucinogen.
Go out to the car and come back.
Mushrooms.
Somebody could have just turned in and said,
You know what?
Mushrooms.
My late roommate, Brett Pot Parlor. We called him Pot because anything you wanted to know about marijuana,
He knew.
he knew. So we called him Pot. But he hung out with some of the white students on campus.
Mhm.
So he would be over, and then the arts people, they would do mushrooms. The arts people,
Yeah, the
and
hallucinogens.
the hallucinogens, man. I'm like, dude, not a mushroom. I never took acid.
Yeah.
Because there were some people who never came back from an acid trip,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to be one of those individuals. But yeah, he would do shrooms. He and talk about hallucinating, man. All right, let's get back to beefs. Well, y'all, we were arguing what got us under this. It was like whether it was Wendy's and McDonald's,
mm-hmm.
Burger King. But somebody came up. Thank you, Debo. Debo dropped a old school Burger Chef Anybody remember Burger Chef? And then for all you old school, certainly those of you who went to Riverside High School, there was a spot right there on Oakland. If you went to Riverside, you can call me and let me know what that spot was. What was that burger joint? I'm not going to call it out, but if you went to Riverside, also they had one on 28th and Capitol. What was the name of that burger spot? Now, I know if you went to Riverside back in the day, you got to know this spot.
Oh, you could say, since you just did that, North versus Lincoln.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, North and King.
Yeah.
Yeah, North and King. All right.
South and Tech.
The caller said it's the Red Burn, but I don't think that's the one that was off by Riverside.
Yeah, that's the one.
It was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why did you do it on the air?
Well, hold on. We can do it on the air.
He's on the air.
Call, welcome to the program. You talking to talk to us. What you got?
You on there?
It was a Red Barn. I used to plow that snow years ago.
Red Barn. So what was your favorite, man? Which burger?
Mama's.
No, at Red Barn. I know Mama's was from Posey's, right?
I think he meant his mama's.
Oh, his mom.
He got up. Yeah, he gone.
He there, but the call.
What was when that joke that Eddie Murphy talked about, the welfare burger?
Mhm.
You know, and she'd have cut up some peppers.
That's
or
an egg McMuffin.
She'd have cut up the peppers and the onions.
Better than McDonald's.
You don't need no.
We're going to McDonald's. Going to I got McDonald's. I got McDonald's.
Classic.
I like a good welfare burger though.
You know, I've never been a big fan of Saturday Night Live, but on YouTube I would catch some clips because either last week or a couple weeks ago was the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
And the clips of Eddie Murphy playing Tracy Morgan.
Oh, hilarious.
Dude,
That was cold.
yeah.
That was dead on, man. Black Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Who do no 3 cheese lasagna? He sounded just like him.
Dude.
And then they said, well, he said, well, are y'all related? And he go, I don't see it. But he had him because when you didn't see him, he said, man, that dude sound just like Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on air.
Good morning.
Yeah, you asked about the favorite burger. I said Mama's, but you know what I was talking about. That one that Eddie Murphy was talking about.
Oh, that Mama's welfare burger?
Yeah.
You got that right.
So which burger did you like at Red Barn?
I didn't really eat at Red Barns. We kind of, my mother wasn't too hot on us eating outside of the house. Even then, if you got sick, you got a shot, or you got some of that Robitussin. I wasn't with that.
A shot.
That's why that joke resonated that he told Eddie Murphy, because that was all our experiences. Mama, can we go to McDonald's? We don't need to go to no McDonald's. I ain't got no McDonald's, buddy.
Better than McDonald's.
I'll make something better. And you know what? I don't mind a good welfare burger.
Yeah.
I'll make up a good welfare burger. Now, here's my recipe for welfare burger. You need green peppers.
Mm-hmm.
You need onions.
Of course.
And then Lipton's onion soup.
Yeah.
Dang,
Okay.
you would think him and Debo is the
Man,
same
brother,
age,
something.
man.
Put that on some light bread and eat it before it melt through the light bread.
We grew up through the same poverty.
Right.
You said we're in the same poverty. You're right.
Yeah. We're the same age,
Right.
same poverty.
Man, and let me tell you, man, I was talking about Center Street. I used to live on the east side. And one day, man, I was feeling, I want a burger from Center Street, man. So I drove over, man. I'm telling you, that bag, there was so much grease, that bag almost fell apart before I got up to my man. And nothing like grease. Now, there's a place, I used to work on 15th and National, and I was a young guy then. So I'm going to tell you that there was a couple of days I'd go to work, I might be a little hungover. And there was a spot I used to go to called the Silver Dollar. Oh, my God. Those burgers in the morning, and I would go and get 2 cheeseburgers in the morning. My old boss.
That was over there by Pipe Organ Pizza, wasn't it?
No, that was up from, remember El Sombrero?
Yeah,
right there?
Yeah, 16,
There was that little diner right there. And I worked in the building, was old rooming house there on 15th and National. Man, I get up there, man, get off the bus, struggle up in
What
there.
was that Mexican restaurant where they had those big burritos, man, you could get?
Oh, man, that's every place on
No,
the
no, no. A
south side.
couple doors over from El Sombrero, though, right there. Across from the Burger King. Across from the.
What's the name of it?
Jalisco.
Yep, that's it.
At least
That's
I
it.
still go there,
Yeah.
man. Their tortas
Where's that at?
that's on Cesar Chavez, right
yeah,
before you get to
that's
the
gonna
McDonald's.
always be open.
Yeah.
Is that by Chase Street?
No. You way
16th
in.
Street
You
is
on
Cesar
the
Chavez.
Yeah.
Across the 16th Street
Cesar
viaduct,
Chavez.
man.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah.
anytime you go to a
Mexican.
Mexican restaurant, you're gonna get grande burrito.
See me, I'm not a burrito person. I'm a chimichanga person.
What's the difference?
Chimichanga is fried. Mm-hmm.
Well,
See, I
no,
don't eat none of
but
this stuff, so I
see,
don't
the
know.
other night I went to a place and I got the deep fried burrito, and they did not call it a chimichanga.
Really?
Yeah, but because you can put whatever you want in it, man.
Well, burritos usually got
I don't eat beans. I don't eat beans.
No frioles.
So I order it to my specifications.
Okay.
I fell in love with chimichangas. Remember that cheese that used to be out on Brown Deer Road? That was the first time I ever had a chimichanga, and man, the chimichanga, that sour cream, it was good. It was good.
Oh, they might have the steak sandwich back. man.
Where?
On Fast, Fresh, and Delicious. I'm on their website.
That
I'm trying to figure out where you said it's at again. Fast, fresh, and delicious.
Yeah, it's on,
Center.
somebody
Mhm.
somebody just went.
Okay, that's right. You said the old fish market.
Somebody just went really old school.
Uh-oh.
Hamp's Hash House, right there on Center Street, right between
Hubbard and Center.
Yep, between Hubbard and Center,
Wow.
and then Robbie's,
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Tatonia
Robbie.
Center right there.
Tatonia and Center. And did you know he had a spot on the 76 in Silver Spring?
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And then he had one down.
At that age, we was out of town if I went that far.
Oh man,
That was a road trip.
76th Street was like. I tell people we used to think that West Lawn was a suburb
Of course.
until we saw it,
So you saw it, yeah.
and then you
West
going
Lawn,
like it's a
Park Lawn.
project.
To be like West Lawn, it was Park Lawn.
It was, man, because it was so far out.
Yeah.
I went to school in Parkline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Park
I
Lawn,
mean,
West Lawn.
McGovern Park was considered. Oh man, that was like country.
Man, anything past 60th, we didn't go past
Right.
60 because it was
60th.
No, seriously, the
Hey,
will
60th.
60th and turn around and come
I'm
back.
60th.
gonna tell
We
y'all.
go that far, 35th.
Oh, well, y'all was 35th. Ours was 60th.
You say
Sherman.
Hey,
What
I
you say
knew
you go to
nothing.
60 and turn around and come right back.
Turn around, come right back.
Mind
That
you,
was our trip.
I'm not that young, but up until 2020,
Yeah.
I knew nothing about the South Side.
Oh,
I
What do you mean nothing?
no, he did.
When I mean
he just
nothing,
didn't
I
go.
mean
He
nothing.
didn't go.
Like you
Yeah.
never
It
crossed
was-
the viaducts?
never.
You didn't know
But
that
I had
Father
end
Gravy
up-
and them had paved the way for you to go across the viaduct?
Man, I had ended up getting a job over there,
It's like, what is
and I'm
that?
like, man, this
Phillips.
out of my jurisdiction,
Yeah,
man.
like, everybody
Because
looked
they
different.
changed,
Yeah.
because
You know
they
what?
changed my
You know what?
office
Yeah,
to.
but see that you sound like Keith, because Keith tells the story of when they transferred him to the South Side. He started crying.
I did.
Yeah, 'cause he's
Yeah,
like,
man.
where am
And
I?
wait a minute,
Hey,
Demo.
man.
Yeah.
And when they transferred me back to 12th of Elite,
Oh,
I
man.
started crying. Send me back. Oh, no. I don't want to go back. Oh, man. I fell in love with the South Side.
No,
South
not
Side.
me. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Oh, man. South
I was
Side,
glad that
dude,
they took me back.
It had a flow and a rhythm because by that time, Latinos had
Yeah.
moved into that. So, man, it was the South Side was, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But no, man.
Because that made me realize everybody drive crazy. Them
Yeah,
people on the South side,
yeah.
man, and the streets is super narrow.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
South
Some of those
Side.
houses, some of them houses, man, you think you in a whole nother city, man.
Yeah,
They
man.
built different over there.
Yeah, man. They look like it's like 9 houses in one.
Well,
I used to-
sometimes it's 9 families in one.
I used to tell
Let's
people
not
like,
stereotype because there's a
I
whole
said
lot.
sometimes.
There's a whole lot of black families where there's 9 families all up in that crib.
Now, see, I'd better to differ with you because I think that's a part of our downfall is that we can't stay together.
Dude, I'm
build
telling you,
and
man.
let Keith get his first house, and then we work together again, and then we get me mine, and then we get
My
Jermaine
cousins
his.
that came up from Tennessee, a lot of them, man, they live with other cousins until they were able to get out and get on their own.
up until 2019, 2020, Southside was out of my jurisdiction, man.
I feel you.
And my mama used to be a landlord, and she'd rent to a woman with 1 kid And by the time we did, they 8 up in there. Like, where the other 7 come from?
She only brought one to see the play.
Right.
When they all move in.
No, you got some families where they on top of each other up in the spot.
Yeah.
You know, so you do what you need to do to get up. But then, like I said, they would go on and get their own places, start buying their own homes. Some of my cousins, when I go by and visit them, I never remembered going by and they weren't living with another cousin, you know, like in a duplex.
Right.
I mean, it that was just my experience growing up, man. All right, DJ, what you got, man? We gonna do a break?
No, we out.
Oh man, just have a safe and productive weekend. You know, tomorrow is a new month, so this year is quickly going by fast. So you know, any goals that you have, make sure that you reel them in and get on top of.
Don't forget that this is Blackout Friday.
That's right.
If you can avoid having to go shopping, looking at the people all going in Family Dollar, if you can avoid going out and certainly spend your money.
So I wanted to ask a question quickly. I know we're leaving out. Let's say, for instance, like 27th and Capitol. We know that's a black-owned McDonald's, but are we're boycotting McDonald's Corporation, or are we making the black-owned McDonald's owners suffer?
That's an interesting dilemma.
That's a good question. It's too late now.
But see, I'm not doing McDonald's anyway because, like I said, I haven't been at McDonald's since they announced that they weren't doing their DEI. So.
Okay, so then it's the overall. Yeah. Okay,
I would go with that because it is
imparting, man. Listen, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. That's all I got, man.
I love that.
Well, go ahead,
JR.
Well, just shop black, spend black, and stay black.
A lot of weed dealers should be happy today.
Black.
All my weed dealers are black.
Every last one of them.
Y'all come on.
But where they gonna get their liquor?
Oh, A&J Liquor.
A&J Liquor, baby. Know your history.
I think the brother though has one. Not tell people where to go buy. Which one?
Right here. Titonia Wine and Liquor is black owned and operated. Titonia Wine and Liquor, 23rd and Capitol. That is,
what about the brother up
Brian
here
Drake
on 76th Street before you get to Lisbon? That's still
76 before you get to where?
Listen, right across from the gas station there is a liquor store.
Nah, the only black ones I know is Titonia Wine and Liquor, 11th and Atkinson, Daryl over there, Brian Drake over here, N&T I think it is on like 11th and Burleigh. There's a few others, but those are 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. Being a former liquor salesman, I don't want y'all to think I know where all the doggone liquor stores is. I used to sell liquor.
Certainly, Pastor P does it. All right, you listen.
You play the blues, so you know where a few liquor stores.
Oh, if you can see my face, Debo.
Yeah, right. Oh, we see it.
You know, I remember Miss Annette would call in, talk about what she having a coffee in the morning.
Oh boy.
All right, y'all. Hey, good Lord willing, Creek don't rise. Hope to talk to everybody on Monday. You have a safe weekend, and as always, go from this place in peace.